Hello everyone, myself Abida. Welcome you all to the online revision classes conducted by the Anjuman-e-Islam Hubli at Anjuman Polytechnic. Today in this video, I am going to explain you about the building drawings. So before going to these topics, we should have certain basic information that will be used for the preparation of the building drawings. That is, what is the building? Building may be a residential building or it may be a public building. It may be a residential building or a public building. The requirements of the public building is different from the residential buildings. So as per the requirements, we have to prepare the building drawings. There are three kinds of the drawings that will be used to illustrate the building drawings. That is a plan, elevation, and the cross sections. First, we have to know about the plan. A plan drawing shows what we can see when we slice the building horizontally and took off the upper part and looked down into the plan. Then we find the arrangement of the rooms, corridors, and the verandas, and the position of the doors and the windows along with their respective sizes. A separate plans will be prepared for each stories. The cut will be usually carried out at the window sill levels. So this is all about the plan. Then the elevation drawing will show what we can see when we look at the building from the outside. Those information will be highlighted in the elevations. In a cross sections, when we cut the building truly vertically and take off the half of the part and look onto the another part, then it will show all the details of the which is required for the construction of the work. That is the height of the rooms, size of the foundations, thickness of the floors, type of the floors, which will be provided in the drawings. There are certain requirements which will be very much important for the preparation of the building drawings. The drawings will be prepared as per the requirements of the owners. But the basic requirements of the building drawing is that it should be simple, it should be clean, it should be easily understandable, and it should be drawn to the exact measurements. And the exact measurements should be shown in the plan so as it should be easy to carry out the work at the site. And minimum space should be provided between the views in order to write the dimensions. So this can be explained better by using an examples. Here there is an example of a single room buildings. So here all the details will be given, line diagrams will be given. By using all this information, we have to prepare the plan, elevation, and the cross section. First of all, we should know what is a line diagram. So line diagram is nothing but it is a sketch which is not drawn particular to scale, but it shows the relative position of all the rooms, the position of the doors and the windows. Okay, here there is an example. I'll read the question first, then I'll go for the solutions. Here the line diagram of a single room building is given and all the specification detail has been given. That is height of the plinth above the ground is given, that is 0.45 meters. Height of the ceiling above the ground, that is above the plinth, that is 3 meters. Then the BBM, that is wall thickness, is of about 0.3 meters. The schedule of the opening, that is door size 1 meter by 2.1 meter, and the window size 1.2 meter by 1.2 meters, and the RCC roof thickness of about 1.5 meters. And parapet height is given 0.6 meters. And assume any other suitable foundation of the size stone masonry. Here the size of the foundation has not given. We have to assume the standard size, what we have used in the previous unit. Those information will be used in the preparation of all these building drawings. Here the line diagram is given. This is a 5 meter by 5 meter rooms. The position of the windows, both the sides, position of the doors and the windows is given. We have to draw this plan or elevation or the cross section by using the scale 1:50. Then here there is a solutions. So by using this line diagram, we have to prepare the plan. By preparing the plan with the use of those plans by taking the reference, we have to draw the elevations. By taking the reference of the elevation, we have to draw the cross sections. So we have to draw the room size, that is a 5 by 5 room size will be drawn. To that, all the sides we have to provide the wall thickness of about 0.3. Okay, then we have to place the plinth line. That is, the height of the plinth is given, but the width of the plinth is not given. We have to assume that is the 0.4. So along with respect to that, we have to provide the offset of the plinth on the side of the walls. Then the position of the windows will be provided. The size of the windows will be 1.2 meter by 1.2 meter. So in plan, we have to show the width of the window, that is 1.2 meters. So here we have placed at the center of this wall, the size of the window will be a 1.2 meters. Here also the window will be placed. So in front of this room, the door will be placed of a size 1 meter by 2.1 meter. So here the width, only width will be provided. The height will be shown in the elevation and the cross sections. So then we have to provide the chajja. Chajja is not given in the question. We have to assume the width of the chajja. The standard width of the chajja is a 0.6 meters. So that will be provided by taking the bearing on either side. The chajja will be provided on the windows. Also, if you want, you can provide on the door also. But in this plan, I have not provided the chajja for the doors. Only for the windows I have provided. Okay. After drawing this plan, we have to take the reference line. This plinth line has to be extended. This both the sides. This plinth line has to be extended. So the up to the above the ground level, जरा pause करते हैं. वो कट कर को करने आता है. Above the ground level, we have to place the basement, that is the plinth. The height of the plinth is given in the question, that is 0.4 meters. So above the ground level, we have to fix the plinth height, that is the 0.4 meters. So then we have to extend the wall lines from here. So above the plinth, we have to plane the ceiling height. That is equal to 3 meter. Up to here, this will be a 3 meters height. This is nothing but a ceiling height. Above that, we have to place the RCC slab. On top of that RCC slab, we have to provide the parapet wall. Above that, we have to provide the coping. This will give all the heights which will be used in drawing the elevations. So when we stand before the house or the room, what we see, that has to be highlighted in the elevations. See here, in front of this room, there will be a door and there will be a window. The size of the door will be the size or the place where the doors will be provided, the same place will be extended and that will be shown in the elevations. The height will be 2.1 meter. Up to the height of a 2.1 meter, we have to show the doors. The same line will be extended from here also. You have to show the window. That is, the height of the window is equal to 1.2 meters. The same position, the same place will be extended, the same size will be shown here, only the height will be shown here. Height and the width will be shown in the elevations. So this is all about, when we stand before this room, we will see this chajja and this chajja, that also will be highlighted in the elevations. So this is all about the elevations. When we go for the drawing of the section, cross sections, we have to utilize this lines, reference lines, in order to draw the cross sections. So in cross sections, we are going to highlight whatever the things or the items which are involved in the construction of the buildings, those things will be highlighted. For example, the size of the types of the masonry which are used in the foundation, the sizes or the thickness or the width of the foundations, above the ground level, the basement, the ceiling height, parapet, lintel, RCC slab, all those things will be highlighted in the cross sections. For drawing these cross sections, what we have to do, we have to take the reference lines from the elevations. So from this plinth line, from the ground level, this line will be extended here. Above this, you have to draw the basement line. The easy way of drawing the plinth cross section is that you have to take the first center line. You have to draw the center line. From the ground level, you have to place the position of the basement, that taking the offset on either side. Equal offset on the either side. So below the offset, you are going to provide the footings. This is the first footing, this is the second footing. The thickness, the height of the footing will be placed here. The height of the basement is 0.45, excluding the DPC, that is the damp proof course. The damp proof course will be provided of 0.1 meter or a 0.15 meter. It depends upon our requirements. Then below the basement, you have to provide the footings, that is a size stone masonry. The first footing will be taken off. This dimension has not given in the questions, then we have to assume the dimension for this. Here I have assumed the first footing size will be of a 0.8 meter width and the height will be 0.5 meters. And the second footing width will be a 0.6 meter and the height will be of a 0.45 meters. Then the width of the basement will be 0.4 and the CC bed thickness will be 0.2 meters and the width of the CC bed will be a 1 meter. These are the standard dimensions. By using these standard dimensions, we have to draw the foundations. When we draw the foundation, when it completes, then we go for the superstructure. The structure which is below the ground level is called the substructure or a foundations. The structure which is constructed above the ground level is called the superstructure. The superstructure's detail has been given in the questions. So above the plinth, we have to provide the wall thickness. How this cross section will be drawn? With what reference we have to draw? We have to see the section line in the plan or a section line in the line diagram. So here this is a section line. So this will show the position, which details you have to show. It will show the position and which wall will be cutting, that will be shown in the section line. So see here, this is a section line which is cutting this wall and this is cutting this wall. We have to show the details of this wall and the details of this wall. So here the position of the arrow mark is the upward directions. So we have to stand here and we have to observe the things on the other sides. Those details will be drawn in the cross sections. So here the thickness of the wall is a 0.3 meters and the height of the wall or the ceiling height is a 3 meters. So this wall details will be described in this foundations, this wall cross section of a wall. So here with reference to this, you have to take the ceiling height up to this. Above this, you have to provide the RCC slab, that is of thickness 0.1 meter, 15 meters. Above that, you have to provide the parapet wall of a height 0.6 meter. Above the parapet wall, you are going to provide the coping. Then the position of the window. In this cross section, it will cut the windows. So we have to show the window position in the wall. That is the height of the window will be placed just below the lintel. That is the height is 1.2 meters. So above the lintels, the masonry work will come. Along with the lintels, you are going to show the chaja, that is a width of 0.6 meters. The thickness of the lintel will be 0.15 meters and the chaja on the other side, the thickness of the chaja will be 0.1 meters. The slope will be provided in order to flow of the rainwaters. For that reason, this will be provided. So in between these two walls, the room size will be provided, because we are going to show the details of this wall and details of this wall. So in to in measurement, whatever is there, that measurement will be provided here. Okay, that is a 5 meters distance. The same way which we have drawn here, the same way the thickness of the walls, the height of the parapet, the thickness of the slabs, the foundation details, all those things will be drawn on the other side also. So the plinth height between the rooms will be filled with the earth filling or the sand filling. So this hatching will be used for the earth filling and this hatching will be used for the sand filling. So this will indicate the ordinary persons or the layman to easily understood what things will be carried out at the site. So this will help the site engineers or the site workers to carry out the work without any obstructions. So all this will give you the idea how the plan, elevation and the cross section will be drawn. So on the one side you have to describe, you have to give the dimensions. On the other side you have to give the text, that is the description or the specification regarding the various items which will be used for the constructions. For example, this is what this footing, this hatching will indicate that SS masonry, that is a size stone masonry. And this is a dark where we have drawn this DPC. So this indicates damp proof course. This hatching will indicate burnt brick masonry. And this hatching will indicate RCC. It may be used for the slab or it may be used for the lintels. These hatchings will be used and it will give the better explanations than the person can give on the sides. Okay, so these drawings will be drawn to a scale of 1:50. So here 5 meter by 5 meter room is given. You have to make each and every measurement double. If it is 5, you have to draw the 10 meters room, but you have to write the 5 meters. The actual dimension will be mentioned, but while drawing, you have to double it. Those things will be carried out. And whatever the text you are writing, take the reference of the 2 lines and write all in a capital letters in a one vertical line. By taking the reference of a one single vertical line, it should be in a one line. And all the dimensions should be in a one line. All should be clearly defined or it should be described in the drawings. And you have to write here, we have not used 0.6. Whether it is a centimeter or a meter, we have not described in the drawings. But you have to write in the note whether it is in a meter or a centimeter. All these dimensions are in a meter only. So we have to write the note that is all dimensions are in meters. So this is about the single room building. Likewise, the double room building, 3 room buildings will be there. But you have to use the same idea, the same concept in order to draw the building drawings. So this is a very important question from the exam point of view. The question, if the question, there is a compulsory question in the examinations. It carries 35 marks. So if you draw the plan, it will carry the 15 marks. Elevation, if you draw, it will carry the 10 marks. And the section, if you draw, then it carries the 10 marks. So total will be a 35 marks question. And this is having the more weightage in the question papers. So you should be thorough with the building drawings and perfect in the building drawings. Thank you.